Hey everyone. Listen, Kelly warned you, Anna. She asked you to stop and you didn't. And so these phone calls that were recorded between Kelly and your baby daddy, well, they're public now. So I'm going to go ahead and share them with you guys. I actually heard these phone calls when they happened about a month ago, and it's been hard to gatekeep these secrets because, boss lady, you look real stupid. Anyway, enjoy. This is her youngest child's father and WTF Kelly on the phone.
Hello,
May I speak to Scott?
this is him.
Hey, Scott. My name is Kelly. I have a question. Are you Matthias's father?
Yes.
Okay. I'm so sorry that I have to involve you with this. I
Okay.
have been stalked and harassed online by your ex, Anna. I had to go to the courthouse locally here in Georgia this morning to file warrants against her for stalking and harassment. She has involved your son on lives on TikTok, having him bully other females, calling them names. She has had him partake in that. She has been on live while he is showering right next to her. She has talked about how he is well endowed on a public
What?
TikTok. Yes. And
I
this is,
actually-
yes, Anna. I don't know
Okay.
your situation with her, but I have had to deal with her for the last couple of months. I do comedy on TikTok, satire, and this is what I have had to deal with from her. She has doxed my home. She has doxed my children's names. She has taken my pictures from OnlyFans, spread them around. She has cut my face out of my OnlyFans images and posted them on AI bodies and posted them on TikTok. Federal agents are, the feds are involved because of that, because you cannot send or even threaten to send revenge porn. That's a federal offense. But it'll be a year before I see anything come to fruition with that. But she does currently have a warrant in Tennessee. She did this in January to a friend of mine. Same thing she's doing to me, she did to her. Threatened her kids, texted her phone, just just things that are completely unhinged. And she has been doing it to me for the last month, actually since the end of January. I just didn't realize it was her until about 3 weeks ago.
See, I don't get what I, uh, I'm flabbergasted.
Yeah.
But now that she's involved my son, now they're
Yeah. Like I said, you can go on YouTube or even TikTok and you can type in boss. She goes by Boss Lady, BOSSLADY. And you can see the type of things that she says, the things my TikTok name is WTF. And I am, for some reason, her mortal enemy is what she says. She kicked Asia out of the house because Asia came to me about it. Because I don't understand why she has her children involved in it at all. But Asia can confirm that she kicked her out of the house because she spoke to me. And I figured, and being Matthias's father and him being the age that he is, that you needed to know what has been going on. And this has been going on. She had a YouTube, I think it was Love Alina, where she had Matthias's nude baby pictures, and she posted them publicly, and then she accused other people of child pornography, even though she was the one that had them posted. I mean, it is this.
See, I don't do any social media like that. I might read Facebook. I don't do TikTok. I don't do any of that shit. But my kid is my world.
I understand, as are mine, and the only reason I'm contacting you is because she has now involved my 6-year-old.
If I drop off, I'm driving.
Yeah, you're fine. This is my number, so if we get disconnected, just call me back when you get a chance. But yeah, she has released my 6-year-old's legal name. She posted where my both of my children go to school. She's done all kinds of things to me, and I don't even understand why. I've posted about kittens for the last month, and she has come on TikTok and accused me of being a child abuser and this, that, and the third. Said that I've done this and done that, and when she's asked to prove it, then she changes to somebody else. I don't understand it. Asia said it's because she said that she wanted to make a name for herself on TikTok. And she's doing that, but she's not doing it in the right manner.
Right.
She is, like I said, there's videos, public videos of her telling your son that he doesn't need to show his face because pedophiles are waiting on him. and have threatened him, which is not true. That's never happened. She posted his nude picture, and she went on live with him next to her in the bathtub. Nobody has done such things. Nobody even knows his name except for me. And I would never tell a soul. I would never do that to another child or another parent. But this nonsense has gone way too far at this point. Way too far.
How'd you get my number?
I Googled it. I found her information, and you were tied to it. And I know she has Matthias's last name on Facebook.
Right.
And I found you off of her Facebook, your name off of her Facebook pictures. But I mean,
we're not even friends on social media.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that, and I can't even imagine the things that you have had to go through dealing with her.
You have no idea.
I can't. I cannot even. Honestly, I cannot even imagine. I don't even know the woman. I can't imagine knowing her in real life. And bless your heart is all I can say. But she has roped in another lady that lives here locally to stalk me and come by my house and post pictures of my home, and warrants were taken out for both of them this morning for felony harassment and felony stalking.
So are they going to go after them? Or
yes. If Anna doesn't come to Georgia for the hearing, then anytime she gets pulled over or her name is ran with law enforcement, she'll sit for 7 days to give Georgia the opportunity to come and pick her up. And then she'll have to sit for an additional 7 days to wait on Tennessee to come and pick her up. Because like I said, she did the same thing in January to a friend of mine in Tennessee, and it resulted in the same thing. She just didn't go this far with her. And I told her 2 weeks ago, I said, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm not playing with you. I have made the police report. I am not playing with you. And she keeps thinking that I'm playing with her. And I told him, you're not going to do that to my children. My children have nothing to do with this. All over making a name for yourself on social media. It is twisted. It is so twisted. And to kick her own child out of the house over strangers on TikTok.
Well, she did not leave the house. She's still at home.
Okay, good.
I'm really close with I call her Maddie.
Yeah.
And, she calls me Dad.
Yeah.
So I had to play referee on that. And so she didn't get kicked out. She's still there.
Okay, good. Because we were all concerned about that.
Yeah. Because
her daughter, none of her children have anything to do with this. And my children don't have anything to do with it.
Right.
So she should not even ask her. She asked Asia, I guess, to co-sign with her and lie for her. And Asia said she wasn't doing it. And she got all upset about it. Right. It said she was kicking. And she said this publicly on TikTok too. She was kicking her out of the house because she talked to me.
Yeah, I didn't know it was you, but she said a woman on TikTok or something.
Oh yeah, it was me. It was me. And all she did was reach out and say, hey, please don't bring me up and anything. And I told her, I said, I would never do that to begin with. But you don't. I won't even tell people who you are. If you want them to know, then you can tell them. But because Anna does not have a good track history on social media, I'm sure you don't know that either. But she has about 5,000 or 6,000 people that just cannot stand her because she's a liar.
100%. I already know that in real life.
She came on this app, and the first thing she started doing was telling people that it was their karma if their child died. And that's really what got everybody hating her. And I guess she's taking that out on me, even though it was her own mouth and her own words that have done this. But, I just don't know what else to do. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and I said, well, as much as she said about Matthias, and as much as she said to him and had him participate in, I feel like you needed to know. Because I told her, I said, I'm sure he has no idea what is going on underneath her roof when Matthias is there.
No, I don't. And usually Matthias tells me everything, but he's not telling me. So she must have talked to him about not telling me.
I'm sure she has. But like I said, if you want to look it up for yourself, like I said, go on TikTok and just type in boss lady. And it should pull her right up. And you know what she looks like, so she won't be hard to find. I've gotten her page banned 5 times in the last 2 weeks for harassment. She's got one up now. She's spiraling, talking about me. My real name is Kelly. Again, I go by WTF on the app. But there's other people that have her videos from her other pages that have Matthias participating in the bullying and talking about Matthias. And, I didn't even know about her saying that he was very well endowed until a few days ago. I had no idea that had even taken place. But I knew about her posting his pictures on YouTube and then blaming someone else, saying they were pedophiles and telling Matthias in front of him that pedophiles are watching him. And it's sick because that's not true.
Right.
None of us would ever think of doing the things to her that she has done to us. And none of us would ever come after Matthias or any of her children. But I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of the situation. And I'm sorry that I had to involve you in it, especially being that she's a 50-year-old woman.
Right.
It just doesn't make any sense.
How did you get your OnlyFans stuff?
There's a lady that, like I said, she's paid. She openly admitted to paying someone that lives here that knows me.
Yeah.
And she got into it. Do you know a girl named Ashley First?
No.
Okay, well, that's the name she used. And the girl lives in Massillon, Maslin. The girl lives there. That's whose information either she used or had her use to get into my OnlyFans account. And I didn't even realize it until I went back and looked harder for the attorneys for OnlyFans, because they asked me too. They said, how did she get in it? And I told them, I said, I haven't figured it out yet. And then I saw that one female's name on there, because that's not something that females typically do, especially with another female. And I searched on Facebook, and it came up to Massillon, Ohio. And I Googled, or did my maps from Canton or Louisville to Massillon, and it said it was 25 minutes. And
about 25 minutes.
Yeah, I said, that's her. That's her. I mean, my page is local to my area. That's how OnlyFans works, is if you have your home state, it's going to show you people in your area. It's not showing my images to people in Ohio, if that makes sense. Yeah, and that's how she got in there. And now she's posting my face. She has started cutting my face out of my photos and putting them on other people's bodies, and is now posting those on TikTok. She literally just did it 25 minutes ago. And she's already, like I said, I talked with the federal authorities 2 weeks ago now, when she first threatened to post them publicly. I have her threatening that as well. And even the threat of it is a federal offense. And I told her, I said, stop, and I will leave it alone. She didn't stop. She hasn't stopped since. I posted the warrants with the information redacted, of course, so she would see that I'm not playing with her. For some reason, she still thinks I'm joking. I'm not joking. And no, Georgia won't go and get her, but every time her name is ran for the next 7 years, she's going to spend 14 days in jail. 7 for Georgia and 7 for Tennessee.
Right.
And then if she decides to come down here to the hearing, they're going to lock her up on the spot for hold her until sentencing, because she'll be found guilty. The judge signed the warrant based on factual evidence that I had and had already shown to the police department. And they investigated it. So as soon as she comes here, she'll be arrested on the spot for Tennessee. But she'll have to be held here as a flight risk until she goes to court again for sentencing. And then once she leaves here, she'll go to Tennessee, because Tennessee will come here to get her, because Georgia and Tennessee are not that far apart.
Right.
But she keeps saying you don't mess with a paralegal. I don't know how she could be a paralegal and not realize that you can't do things like this and threaten people and threaten their children and other people with bodily harm. You can't do that.
Right.
You can't. And I don't know if she has undiagnosed mental health issues or if she has diagnosed mental health issues. It just is not medicated, but something is wrong. I mean, I have never in my life seen such.
I'm telling you, I agree with you 100%, and it was too late for me, but I found out the hard way.
Yeah. Like I said, I cannot imagine, because the way she talks about you, y'all are just best friends. And
Oh, no.
I didn't think so. Because she had you on speakerphone on one of her lives not too long ago. Y'all were talking about Matthias and shoes or something, and that he was coming down to your house. And
but, yeah, I mean, I try to be cordial with her, but it's only because of my kid.
Yeah. Oh, I don't blame you. Like I said, I cannot imagine the hell that you have had to go through. But I don't know what to tell you other than if you have custody of him, I would try to get full custody if you don't already have it, because I cannot imagine the stuff that he goes through in that house. Because she stays on TikTok. She has posted 16 videos about me in 24 hours. And it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. She doesn't care. There's been lives that Matthias has been crying with headaches, and she will not get off TikTok long enough to help him. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's sad and it's ridiculous. And
can you do me a favor? Can we friend on Facebook or anything?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll send you. Do you have an iPhone?
Yes.
Okay, I'll send you my name, my contact information through text. That way you have it. I'm on Facebook. I live in Albany, Georgia. But if you want me to send you a copy of this warrant, I'm more than happy to do so. Because again, she thinks I'm joking, and I promise you, on everything that I am not messing with her.
Yeah, I definitely believe you. So, but yeah, I mean, this way we can stay in contact if need be.
Okay.
And, because I definitely don't want my kid involved in any of that bullshit.
No, I don't blame you. And like I said, she's accused me of talking to you before. And I told her, I said, no, if I had talked to him, you would know that I talked to him, because he would know everything that I know.
Well, trust me, there's going to be some shit coming.
Well, you will be in my thoughts and prayers, because you are a saint for dealing with that one.
Yeah, well, she has a habit of fucking making false police reports on me.
Yeah.
So I have to be careful on how I handle it.
Yeah. I don't even know what to tell you to do other than if it's possible for you to go get an emergency petition for custody. Like I said, her TikTok history alone and her going live with Matthias right there next to her in the bathtub and talking about, his private areas, that should be enough, because the things she says about him, it's sick the way she talks about him. It's disgusting. No mother should talk about her son that way. I'm not the only person that says this. You can go online and, like I said, go on TikTok and read the stuff that that other people think is going on. And I would hope that that's not going on. And if it was, I'm sure I would hope that Matthias would tell you. But the way she speaks of him is disgusting. And then the way she talks about her daughters, she's like, calls them a bitch and calls them fatbacks and calls them backwards kids, which essentially means stupid. I mean, she talks like that about her daughters and then talks like this about him. And it's just, it's disgusting. It's gross.
Yes, I would have to agree.
But yeah, like I said, you can go, if you don't have TikTok just to flip through it, it would definitely be worth you downloading it and then just typing in Boss Lady, like I said, and watching all of the clips that people have clipped and reposted, calling her out and with her own words saying that you can hear the way she talks. It's just, it's disgusting.
Well, I'm definitely going to look into it. But yeah, if you send your contact, that'd be great.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm almost home, and my wife's going to be getting off the bus, so I don't want to talk in front of you.
Oh, no, absolutely not. But I appreciate you answering the phone, and I'll send you my contact card now.
Okay, I appreciate it.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Wow, that was only part one, guys. It gets juicier, and all that shit that she'd been talking. I mean, he he debunked all of it. We know all of the real things. We know the truth. We know the facts, Boss Lady. We already knew you were a liar, but now you're a proven liar. So anyway, hang on for part two, you guys. I'll get that uploaded as fast as I can.